As you can see, we have a busy and challenging fall session before us. As mentioned earlier, Justice Cromwell announced his retirement in March. It is now August, and still no replacement has been appointed. The government has recently announced a formal process for appointing judges to the Supreme Court. I understand that process is important, but it is also essential that the current vacancy be filled so that the Supreme Court of Canada can discharge its responsibilities in the session to come in the best possible fashion. The court needs, and the Canadian people, I believe, are entitled to, a full complement of 9 judges to decide the complex and important questions before it. I would be less than frank if I did not say that I am concerned about the length of time it has taken to fill this vacancy. I remain hopeful that we will be able to welcome Justice Cromwell's replacement, if not in time for the October sittings, at the earliest possible date this fall. Ours is not the only Canadian court with vacancies to fill. There are at present 44 vacancies federally in federally appointed judicial positions across the country. This is not the first time I have come before you to call upon the government of the day to meet its obligation to appoint judges in a timely fashion. There is something deeply wrong with a hiring scheme that repeatedly proves itself incapable of foreseeing, preparing for, and filling vacancies as they arise. The perpetual crisis of judicial vacancies in Canada is an avoidable problem that needs to be tackled and solved. Without a full complement of judges and an efficient system for anticipating and filling vacancies, delay will continue to be a feature of our justice system. As the court recently reminded us in Regina versus Jordan, and I quote, "Timely justice is one of the hallmarks of a free and democratic society." End of quote. On the criminal side, and I quote again, "The ability to provide fair trials within a reasonable time is an indicator of the health and proper functioning of the justice system." End of quote. As for the civil side, delay will continue to drive some users out of the public system and into private arbitrations. Those users who cannot afford private justice should not be forced by their lack of means to suffer the strain and indignity of unnecessarily prolonged proceedings.